Long ago, in a small mountain village where the air was fresh and the bells rang softly every morning, there lived a boy named Elier. Elier had a problem, not the kind you could see, but one everyone noticed. He was always running late. Late to school, late to the market, late even for his own birthday party once. One crisp autumn morning, Elier's grandfather called him into his old workshop. The place smelled of cedar wood and warm tea. On the table stood a strange, tall jar made of clear glass, with a silver lid and tiny numbers engraved around its neck. Elier, grandfather said, tapping the glass gently, "This is the time jar. Inside it, every hour of your day will appear. But be careful, the hours you waste will disappear forever." When Elier took the jar home, he was curious. As soon as the clock struck 6 a.m., the first hour appeared inside. It looked like a golden marble, glowing warmly. Another marble joined it at 7 a.m., then another at 8 a.m. The jar slowly filled with light. But Elier didn't change his habits. He lingered in bed, stared out the window for too long, and got distracted by drawing on the foggy glass. Whenever he wasted too much time, one golden marble would suddenly dim, then vanish with a soft pop. By the afternoon, the jar was half empty. The next day, something stranger happened. Elier was about to meet his best friend at the stream. But when he looked into the time jar, 3 of the afternoon marbles were already gone. He ran to the stream, but his friend was leaving. "I waited for you," she said, frowning. "But it's already evening." Elier was confused. It felt like someone had stolen those hours from him. That night, as Elier stared at the jar, one of the remaining marbles cracked like thin ice. From inside it, a tiny figure stepped out, no bigger than a teacup. She wore a coat sewn from clock faces, and her eyes ticked like watch hands. "I am Nimera, keeper of hours," she said. "When you waste too much time, your hours fly to the valley of lost time. You can't get them back, but you can protect the ones you have left." Elier begged her to help him find his missing hours. Nimera hesitated. Once lost, hours turn into shadows. But maybe, just maybe, you can rescue one if you're quick. She led him through a glowing doorway in the jar. They stepped into the valley of lost time, a strange land where hours drifted like dim lanterns in the air, and long shadows whispered regrets. The book never finished. The friend never visited. The dream never started. Elier spotted one of his golden marbles trapped in a thorny vine of distraction. He reached for it, but the vine pulled tighter. "Cut it loose with focus," Nimera urged. Elier thought of the promises he'd made, the things he truly wanted to do, and in a sharp burst of determination, the vine snapped. The marble leapt into his hands, glowing again. When Elier returned home, he placed the marble back into the time jar. From that day, he guarded his hours carefully. In the morning, he finished his chores before playing. He made time for his friends instead of wandering aimlessly. He started painting again, finishing the things he began. The jar never lost its marbles again. Years later, Elier still kept the time jar on his desk. Sometimes he'd hear Nimera's faint ticking laugh inside it. He learned the truth. Time is a gift, but it disappears if you don't choose how to use it. And somewhere, deep in the valley of lost time, the shadows sighed. But they sighed a little less, knowing one boy had learned how to live every hour. Moral of the story: your hours are like treasures. Guard them, spend them wisely, and they will light your life. But waste them, and they vanish, never to return.